The Gemini Horoscope 2018 shows that the Venus transit could be very good news for you Gemini, as it tends to attract good things your way. It invites intimacy and harmony into your life, and you may feel more emotionally balanced. It may bring more ease financially, so the advice would be to make hay while the sun shines with assets and put things in place for the future. You and another could team up for professional or personal reasons. Things look hopeful in the love department, and you and someone could really click this year. You can learn a great deal through cooperating and collaborating, and also benefit from each other's points of view. Overall, it's easier to come across as charming and persuasive during the time Venus is in your sign, so if there are differences to settle or you are negotiating a deal, this would be the time for a beneficial outcome. The 2018 forecast for Gemini also shows that Mars will be in Virgo until 4th of July 2018, an extraordinarily long transit dynamically activating your home area and maybe property matters too. Things are going to be very active right in your own backyard, which could mean relocation, home improvements, more comings and goings, or more physical demands made upon you related to a base of operations wherever that may be. Family, tribal or community relationships locally or over the wires look dynamic and physically demanding as well. Sometimes feelings can be nearer the surface, or you are aware of the past coloring the present in some way. And, at times, there can be tension between you and a family member or those within a locality. Mars here may also manifest as more hustle and bustle related to where you call home, from mid-2011 to mid-2018 due to the Jupiter cycle. You have been in a time of spiritual renewal, but this is also the area of you being your own worst enemy, shooting yourself in the foot because you cannot change old habits or beliefs. Maybe a relationship has developed which, in your heart of hearts, you know is not good for you, and you are drawn like a moth to a flame. On the contrary, maybe you have a healthy relationship but old habits, a traditional setup, or emotional baggage are threatening it. The Gemini star sign 2018 predictions also foretell that in this low-key area Jupiter works subtly, encouraging deeper awareness. There's less space for ego as you learn and grow over the duration of this transit. For some, teaching from the spiritual realms is more likely, and imagination could also be stimulated. Your awareness of the connectedness of all phenomena could be heightened as you appreciate more how, despite differences in color, creed, or culture, we are all in the same boat. On another level, this could be you as student or teacher and guide to others within some kind of enclosed environment or circle. A partner and yourself could both be involved in this, or you get a sense of working and learning as a team in a selfless way for a common cause. It's likely that partners or colleagues open your mind to broader horizons or the subtler realms. It may be easier to get the healing you need to enhance yours or another's quality of life in the future. Foreign connections, travel, or links with those at a distance will be emphasized. The Horoscope 2018 for Gemini foretells that Jupiter will begin working from your sign starting June 12, 2018. June 2013 signaling the beginning of a real growth spurt in your life, when your mind will be opening to new fields of interest or intellectual pursuits which get you thinking along very different lines. Travel, foreign cultures, or higher education could be part of the picture. You'll be entertaining new possibilities, looking to the distant horizons and thinking bigger. The expansive, benevolent influence of Jupiter will encourage a new understanding and could plunge you into unfamiliar scenarios which teach you a great deal. A good time to launch into new projects or a fresh enterprise, also a time to deal with litigious matters big or small. The Gemini 2018 predictions suggest that Saturn continues its transit of Libra until October 6, 2018, which demands you put a steady flow of nurturing energy into hobbies, speculative projects, romantic liaisons, and any creative project which needs your disciplined, patient input to come to fruition. Saturn in this sector can also indicate challenges related to young ones or animals and their need for a consistently caring and disciplined approach from you to do the right thing or bring out their ability and boost their confidence. Those of you involved in the arts or promotional or performance type activities, should understand that a consistent, methodical application will bring success in the long run. In this Saturn cycle, you'll learn how to concentrate your energy into building new routines into activities you find empowering, fun and self-expressive. From October 6th, Saturn begins a new cycle of having to work harder at the job and, for some, health and fitness, yours or others, including the foodstuffs you use to nourish your body with. So some of you will get seriously involved in gardening, farming, or become more interested in healing remedies and foods or maintaining quality lines of supply. The 2018 Gemini astrology predictions shows that this is a stitch in time saves 9 position of Saturn. Generally it means harder work and more service to others on a daily basis and keeping things ticking over. A great time for learning practical skills and applying yourself to be of service to others. Employers, workmates or service providers may feel annoying because it will be through them that you meet challenge. Early Geminians born up to May 30th or with up to 10 degrees of Gemini rising will feel this vibration most in the latter part of the year. Uranus is in a positive and opportunistic aspect to your sun sign. It has moved from your career sector where it lived for 7 years and will be transiting a house it prefers for around 7 years. It's a sociable area related to collaborations, group gatherings and the collective mind, locally or over the wires. So it's likely you'll be hanging out with a different class of people or new circle of associates or mates who have common interests. Fresh, even, groundbreaking influences may inspire you to think along very interesting and unusual lines. This is a very progressive part of your solar chart and it could mean that hopes and dreams left on the shelf a long time ago will start to be realized. The 2018 Gemini horoscopes foretell that you are more likely to develop an interest in the sciences or a new technology or exchange ideas within a group of kindred spirits during this time. This is also an innovative, alternative vibration, which means you could discover approaches which are not mainstream, wherever your interests lie. This vibration also favors anything innovative in the field of IT or sustainable energy, or other areas which put you at the cutting edge. A previous structure may be replaced by a new array of options and you'll have to adapt to a sometimes surprising but interesting environment which accelerates the speed at which things happen. Early Geminians will feel this vibration most strongly, born in the first 9 days or with 9 degrees Gemini rising. For many years Neptune has been making its influence felt in the area of how you escape from the usual box. This is where you may have been most illogical or starry-eyed about exotic foreigners, education or a faraway place. Neptune completes its transit of this area on February 4th and moves into its home sign Pisces for several years. For you Gemini, it may mean you have to lay aside your own desires related to career or general life direction and make yourself available in a more selfless or nurturing way because it serves or promotes goodwill. This transit will be great for those involved things like medicine, spiritual healing, boating, hospitality, healing, spirituality, charities and anything which serves the common good. This vibration will also support you artistic Geminians and spur you to greater flights of imagination. However, when it comes to acclaim and a true valuing of your contribution, the 2018 forecast for Leo show that with Neptune here it can sometimes mean you become invisible and you may feel overlooked or unappreciated or perhaps misconstrued by others. The life-changing force of Pluto, now in Capricorn, means regeneration from deep levels over the next decade. There will be a letting go of the old scenarios which could relate to property, money or other resources you share or shared with another. The old order is crumbling and the decks are clearing for a new dawn in material ways or with deep heart connections. The Gemini Astrology 2018 predictions suggest that you will be learning how to pick up the most valuable pieces from the past and move them into the future, rising phoenix-like from the ashes. Some of you may feel more drawn to the mystical, hidden, spiritual side of life. For some, this transit will mean an inheritance of some kind or when you can cash in on assets or previous savings. It can also mean power struggles or turbulence related to assets, inheritance and your own true allegiances. Pluto's angle is a little demanding at times on the emotional level, but by letting go of the past you can be reborn and, along with Uranus, make progress with something you've wanted to achieve for a very long time. There are 2 solar eclipses this year, May 20th and November 13th. The first one is at 0 Gemini and the second one, a total eclipse, is at 21 degrees Scorpio. For you Gemini, the first eclipse could open the way to changes in your lifestyle, your look, or maybe your physical health. So if you know there are things you'd like to do for yourself or a personal interest you love to pursue, then this will be a good time to get into gear with it, as the pulse of the eclipse will last for several months. The Gemini Horoscope 2018 predicts that the second eclipse in Scorpio will send out a pulse of energy through the coming months, and, providing there are contacts from the eclipse degree to points in your natal chart, will help trigger new beginnings with employment, equipment, work setup, and health matters.